Hey footy fans, it's time for the round 19 recap. It got underway on Friday night when Essendon took on the Dogs. The Bombers losing 49-90. A great response by the Western Bulldogs after their last result, which was against Sydney when they lost by those 2 points. I thought it was a strong performance by the Dogs. They had 47 clearances to the Bombers 26, so they were hungry for it. They wanted to get the ball forward, and quite a few players chipped in for the Western Bulldogs there. On Saturday, the Tigers pulled off a late comeback, beating the Hawks 96-95. Liam Baker, the hero, kicking the match winner with 63 seconds to go. Tim Taranto, 3 goals, 23 disposals. A good game by him, and the Tigers still alive for the top 8. Speaking of still alive for the top 8, the Blues smashing the Eagles 140-69. I think this was expected by many. King Charles, Charlie Curnow, with 10 goals. He was sensational, and not only to get those 10 goals, but he also had 20 disposals. His marking ability, how he moved, how he created space. I thought it was a fantastic game by him. And now the Blues are in 9th spot on the ladder, and there's only one way, and hopefully that's up for those blue baggers. The Lions beat the Cats 64-53. Just too good on the home turf, Brizzy. But I have to say, seeing them up by a few goals and then the Cats coming late in that fourth quarter, it was a bit nerve-wracking, I would say, for Chris Fagan and his team. I thought Josh Dunkley had a great game on return, and I thought Brizzy obviously got the job done in the end in a nice way, but I thought they could have been a bit more dominant. Will Ashcroft has unfortunately done his ACL, so I wanted to wish Will all the best with his recovery. A young player, he was my pick for the Rising Star. Look, he could still get it, there's no doubt about that. It's just a real shame because obviously Brizzy are looking to make finals, and it would have been a great opportunity for him as a youngster. But all the best to him with that recovery, and he'll be ready to go. I would say he'll be back probably late next season. He won't miss the full season next year. He should be back and get a few matches in, so all the best to Will Ashcroft. The Fremantle Dockers lost to the Swans 76-105. Buddy kicked 3. The Swans still a chance for the 8, and I know it's a bit bizarre saying that because they started off the season so poor and they've been so inconsistent at times, but they're starting to slowly get a nice rhythm and get some wins on the board. Port Adelaide took on the Pies. What a game of football. In the wet conditions, it was slippery out there at Adelaide Oval. The Pies come back again. They just get over the line. Port losing 83-85. Jamie Elliott clutch from the boundary and distance. He is just such a calm and composed player, and we saw it last season. We've seen it throughout this season. We've seen it throughout his career, to be honest. To block out the crowd, to have that focus, to be that leader and be that guy to go to all the time. He's such a reliable player to get the goals when mattered most, and he definitely got that one, pretty much sealed the game. I wanted to give a lot of credit to Port Adelaide. I thought their efforts were fantastic, and it was a great game of footy. I think we got a bit of an entree for what finals football is going to look like and taste like, because boy oh boy, if it's going to be anything like that, strap yourselves in, folks, because we're set in for an absolute treat. On Sunday, the Giants beat the Suns 103-63. The Suns were actually up by a couple goals, but then in that second half, it was the Giants' dominance, and they've now made it 6 wins in a row. So the Giants, a big sound come finals time, that's for sure. The Demons beat the Crows 97-93. A late fight by the Crows, which made me a little nervous, but the D's did just enough to hold on. So good to see the D's get the result. Could have been a bit stronger, yes, but a win's a win. And then to end the round, we had the Saints beating the Roos 69-61. The Saints came back late in this game. A good effort by those Roos. They were up by a couple goals, and I actually thought for a sec, gee, they might win. But the Saints, in that last, I would say, 5-6 minutes or so of the game, got the goals that they needed, held on. The Roos should have held on. They should have really won this game and wrapped it up, but not to be. Folks, it's time for Isaac's GMP of the round, starting off with the goal of the round, which was fantastic. Sam Powell-Pepper, one of my favourite players in the game. Just to see him do this was incredible. He shrugged off Murphy, and then he fends off Darcy Moore, the check side from about 40 metres out. What a way to start this game. What a way to get what was an electric game of footy, just to really spark it and ignite his team. He's a hungry player. He takes the game on. He is so brave, and he is an absolute wrecking ball out there. Well done, Sam Powell-Pepper. What a goal that was. My mark of the round goes to a youngster from the Fremantle Dockers in Jai Amos. A huge pack mark, a great specky, a good grab by the youngster. Just really got up there, a good leap. And he was surrounded by about 4 Swans. So for him to rise up and take a clean grab at that, I thought that was great. And to go back and kick the goal was a bonus. My player of the round, there were a few, but when I was watching the game on Friday night, I just thought, gee, he's like his old man. He knows how to get the football. We've seen it multiple times. He's absolutely everywhere. That's what I kept thinking to myself. And that's what we saw from Tom Liberatore from the Western Bulldogs. 36 disposals, 4 tackles, 5 marks, 12 clearances, 3 inside 50s, 347 metres gained, and 8 score involvements. And the main stats that I take out of that, obviously the 36 disposals, he's a ball magnet, we know that, was the 12 clearances and was the 8 score involvements. He's a leader for this team, always around the footy, and he's just that rock in the midfield sometimes. Obviously, you've got Marcus Bontempelli, but to back up Bontempelli, he's just always there. Well done, Liberatore. Really proud of you, and he's just a star in his career. We know that. Watching the game, that's who I was focused on, and I absolutely loved it. So well done, Tom. Round 20, folks, on Friday night at the MCG. The Pies taking on the Blues. I'm tipping the Pies by 9 points. Last year when they played, it was a really close game late in the season between the Pies and the Blues. And the Pies won by 1 point. And it was that man again, that clutch Billy the Kid guy, Jamie Elliott. He's on fire when it matters most. Could he do it again? Well, we've seen it multiple times. It feels like deja vu every week for the Pies and Jamie Elliott. I think he can, and I think the Pies will get the job done in what will be a thrilling game of football to open up the round. But I do think the Blues can put up a good fight. Folks, I can't believe it's already round 20. The season's going so quickly. Finals right around the corner. Love to see it. Gotta love footy. Like that recap and you want to see more of my content, remember to hit that thumbs up, like, comment, and hit that red button down there that says subscribe. Much appreciated. For more content, follow me on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page.